All right, so here we go. We have declared war, the Declaration of Independence. Now we need to know our actual war. And the best way to know our war, the best way to remember it, is to think about a timeline that is on a V. What could V stand for? Well, of course it stands for victory. But we use a V because in the beginning of the war, we're like, oh yeah, look at us, we're amazing. We lose. There's a turning point, and it brings us up. So here we go. Here are the events and battles we need to know. Now, we already know some of these. We are at the top at Lexington and Concord that shot herds round the world. We're at the top because our Minutemen, our militia, showed that we could fight, that we could do really, really good. And look at us, we're winning. We kept off those British soldiers that tried to attack us. And so we thought we'd do really good. And that's where we sent the king that olive branch petition in that Second Continental Congress, and he bloop, threw it away. He was like, no. And so that's where we decide to write the Declaration of Independence. Now notice it's not at the top because some representatives were afraid. They were afraid that we couldn't win this war. And in the beginning, we do lose. We lose New York City, one of our biggest trading ports. We're going to lose lots of battles in the beginning. Those British soldiers have a lot more strength than we do. They have a navy to help them. We don't have those things. We don't have supplies. We don't have food. We don't have uniforms and things like that. The British hire those Germans, those Hessians to fight with them. We're going to lose, and we're going to lose badly. About halfway through the war, things are going to change at Saratoga. And the Battle of Saratoga becomes a turning point. See how my V turns? It goes from down to up. Becomes a turning point because good old Ben Franklin is in France, and he uses that battle to say, look, we won. And so he is going to get help from the French. We're going to get some French aid. Good old Franklin convinces them to help us. And so the French are going to help us. They are going to send soldiers. They're going to send supplies. We're going to start doing better. And so we are going to spend that next winter at Valley Forge. And we spend the next winter at Valley Forge. We are going to train. We're going to try to get better. Now, keep in mind that winter at Valley Forge, it is also called the Winter of Red Snow. Lots of death, lots of disease, but we do train, and by the spring, it looks like our men are ready, and they're going to fight and fight and fight, and they're going to fight at Yorktown. Yorktown, George Washington is going to force the surrender of Lord Cornwallis. That is going to be a big battle for us in 1781 that we are going to win. He gets most of that British army to surrender, and the war is going to officially end at the top. The top? Well, I mean the Treaty of Paris in 1783. That is the official end to the American Revolution. And so we start up at the top, Lexington and Concord, that shot heard around the world. Kind of nervous, but we still declare independence. Oh yeah, we got this. And we lose, and we lose, and we lose. Saratoga is a turning point. The French are going to help us because we win, and we start moving up. Train at Valley Forge, up. Win at Yorktown, and officially end the war with the Treaty of Paris in 1783.